Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to the 49th episode of Wowhead Weekly. We're 1 week away from our 50th episode, our half-century episode. Not really, but you get it. We have a ton of fun stuff to talk about today with some new Blizzard merchandise, and the Grand Tournament, and 6.2.2. And without further ado, I would love to introduce my fabulous co-host, Wowhead Site Manager, Perculia.
Hey everyone, I am sort of vibrating with excitement and exploding sprinkles because we have so much cool stuff, and I'm also really excited that this is episode 49 since, wow, like I've been doing this show for 49 episodes. We need to do something pretty interesting for next week.
I know. We have to do something.
We have to top this. I don't know how we're going to top all this stuff.
No, we have even more stuff though. Like we're condensing. This is all Blizzard stuff today, but we have like Jinx stuff soon. Yeah. We have this other secret stuff soon. We got stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff
we
for
have leggings
days.
coming soon.
Yeah, stuff for days. So let's first talk about some of the Blizzard merchandise. So Blizzard sends Perk and I this email this week, and they're like, do you want to see some of our merchandise so that, like, you know, you could show it to people on Wowhead Weekly? Are you interested in this? And we're like, well, stuff sure does sound lame. Not lame at all. This is some of the new Blizzard merchandise that is in the store, and they were so nice. They gave us a code, Wowhead10, and you can get 10% off of everything in the Blizzard gear shop by using this code, which is awesome. It applies to all merchandise except the goodie bag and a few things here and there. There's like this really expensive
statues that are very expensive.
Yeah, so which isn't a big deal, but you kind of use it on plushies and mugs and t-shirts and all of the brand new Hearthstone merchandise and all of the other new merchandise, which is all very exciting. Now I'm going to show a slide of the next thing first, and then Perk and I, as you can probably see, we actually have them in the background, so we'll show you ours. But we did get to preview these Warcraft canvas prints. They're super, super cool. They don't photograph very well. Like, when you see them right here, not very impressive looking.
Yeah, but I can hold one up afterwards.
Yeah, I'm going to flip it to you. Hold yours up.
Okay, so you can tell
they're huge.
Really big.
Yeah.
And this isn't just your typical poster. Like, if you turn it around, it has a frame on it. It's got
It's canvas.
A hook at the top. Yeah, it's canvas stretched on a wooden frame. It's really high quality, and yeah, it's like as big as me.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I'm actually going to go and take down everything that's in my background and put all 6 of them up. I can't fit them if I don't take down the line of stuff on the side there, so I'm going to put them all because they don't reflect. Like, a lot of the posters I have in the back, you see like reflections from my monitors, and like it's very annoying, but these are really high quality and they're matted, so there's no reflection or weird like light glare or anything, so they pick up really well on camera. And I know a lot of people make videos on YouTube or stream on Twitch, and if that's something you're concerned about, it's definitely really nice in that aspect. There are 6 of them so far, 1 for every expansion, and vanilla WoW. They're $49.99 each, which is a little bit pricey, I'm not gonna lie, but it's not pricey for what it is. Perk did a bunch of research online to see like how much other canvas prints cost, and like they're the same price.
Yeah, like I looked at, Urban Outfitters or JCPenney's.
Yeah.
And I even looked at things like Walmart or Target, and if anything is trademarked and is this canvas hang that has the wooden stretch frame behind it, the price does go up. So, you're paying for a quality product. You can't really say, oh, it's a t-shirt versus a wall hang. It's, if you want home decor, you have to pay to make your
and
space.
there are poster versions of all of those available, and they're much cheaper. They're like, I want to say like, what, $15-$16?
Yeah, no, there's a Garage BlizzCon one, and it's $12.50.
Yeah, it's $12.50. So if you aren't interested in, like, the really high-quality, super nice, like, art-style wall hangs, there is a less expensive option as well, and our 10% coupon will work as those. Just in case you want any of the specifics, let me grab mine. I'll hold it up. Hold on. Oh, jeez. See, and
I can read the dimensions as you're doing it. The dimensions are, so inches, it's 19 inches by 27.5 by 0.75, and centimeters, it's approximately 49 by 70 by 2. So, yeah, they're pretty sizable. That one is my favorite one. It's like, I just like that one the best with the night elf on. I'm like, we've got this awesome lady on it.
I like all of them. Like, I don't think my hair is, like, a mess today. I like all of them. I actually think that the Burning Crusade one might be my favorite because I never noticed until it was blown up this large. But he's got all of these, like, scars and stuff all over his face. Go up a little bit. Go up like a couple. Yeah, like look at his face. It's gnarly, man. Like he looks like he's seen some stuff. So I really like all of them. The Arthas one is also up there. Like, I really like the Wrath of the Lich King one a lot, too, because I think that was my favorite expansion, which is funny, because I hated it at the time, but...
What I really like seeing in all of these is how detailed the actual logo is, because, you know, the Pandaria one, you actually see, like, all the little, you know, bamboo and dragons around it, and you're used to seeing that tiny logo if you're logging in, or maybe it's on a shirt, and it's not that huge, so it's really nice to see all the detail that goes into it.
Yeah, I really like all of them, and if you do have, like, a favorite expansion, I do think it would be a really neat addition to any sort of wall decor or anything like that. I think they're cool. And you know what's going to be a problem is when they come out with a Legion one that's an odd number, how am I ever going to organize them?
Yeah, I need to figure it out because I like my bookcases behind me. Very happy I moved. Hopefully no internet problems.
You could put them,
but I could have like one here and here. And
well, would they fit 3? Like if you did like top to bottom, would they fit 3?
I think I could. I mean, I'll try it out.
Cool.
Because I think Jay wants some too, so maybe I'll give him a few of them. We could do 2.
Yeah, well, we got a Hearthstone one too, and Nick took that one, so I understand those feelings. Speaking of Hearthstone merchandise,
I can show that one.
Bam! Yeah. So there's some new Hearthstone merchandise in the store. As you can see, Perk and I are wearing the shirts. There's that new journal. There's the scarf, and there's the Hearthstone wall hang. Flip it over to Perk to show the wall hang.
Yep. So. Here is the wall hang.
Yep, and it's just like the other ones, so it's huge. It's like 2 feet by 3 feet, or close to it. They're really big. And then it's got all of the cover art printed on it. And they're just so impressive looking in person. Us in our Vanna White. They're really, really impressive in person. I mean, they don't look like a poster.
They're very vibrant.
They're very vibrant, and you can they don't pick up as well on camera, but when you're in person, I mean, they're awesome looking. That is also $49.99. Then there's also 2 new Hearthstone shirts. Show Perks first. Stand up.
So this is the cupcake one.
So they can see
Yep. So it's cool. I don't know if you can see with the lighting, but there's like little dots on it.
Yeah, there's sprinkles.
The sprinkles.
Yeah.
And something that's a really cool detail about this shirt is that the sprinkles and the icing are raised up.
Yeah, they're like
so
textured.
It's not just a print. It shows that they're like someone actually put icing on the shirt. And this is based on the Cupcake hardback, which was for April 2015 to celebrate 1 year of Hearthstone being live and out of beta. And it's a really whimsical, funny cupcake.
It's
obviously
really cute.
It's just, so
it's really, really cute.
It's super nice.
This is the other shirt. This one is brown, and they both come in men's and women's. But it's got like the Hearthstone logo.
Compass.
Yeah, it's like the compass. It's got like waxy looking stuff behind it. And then also the scarf, which I just thought matched so nicely, so I wore it with it. The scarf has a really fun pattern on it.
Yeah, it's like the actual Hearthstone box being repeated. So you've got the mana crystals, and you've got like the swirl key when you would open it up. And yeah, it actually kind of matches this shirt too. I just swapped in the neon one because it was cute, but because the cupcake has the brown on it, this matches nicely as well if you want to sort of have a dark accent with your cupcake shirt and be a little more serious.
Yeah, no, I really like it a lot. And I think it's like subtle too. So even if you wore it, like if you were a female who worked in kind of like a business casual environment, like I think you could wear this with like a nice shirt and nobody would be like, oh, what's that like nerdy thing you're wearing? You know, it doesn't like give the vibe of the cupcake shirt. It's a little more casual. The shirts are $24 each, and the scarf is $19.99. And then also, what did I do with it? There's also this really cool journal that's in the shop now.
Yeah.
That looks like the Hearthstone, like when you log in, it's like the game board. And it's got like a bookmark in it with like a little metal thing. There's also a spot to put your name on the back.
The pages are super cool.
Yeah.
They sort of have this beige texture with the Hearthstone logo, but then there's also like specific pages.
Where it'll... Now I gotta find one. Yeah, I just thought the same thing. There's like random pages where there's like pictures.
So here's one of the actual art.
Yeah, here's another one.
First. The cover, the back and front inside covers are pretty cool too.
I don't even want to write in it.
I know.
Like, I like it too much. I don't want to, like, taint it. What if I make a mistake?
I know. What if I'm just like, I'm going to write down my groceries in this or what I have to unpack today? That's
I don't, like, it's got to be something good. I'm going to write, like, a novel in it, but, like, I don't have ideas. I don't have ideas. I love the journal, though. I think it would make a really great gift for somebody who is into Hearthstone. Yeah, the bookmark's super nice, too. Like I said, it's got like a metal charm on the end of it that looks like a little Hearthstone.
The swirls, even blue, so that's really cool.
Yep. And the journal is $19.99. So that's all the Blizzard merchandise stuff we have. Once again, just to remind you guys, we do have a coupon code through Wowhead. It is 10% off anything in the Blizzard gear shop with a couple exceptions here and there, but everything that we did show in today's video is eligible for that discount, and we'll tweet that out a little bit later so that you don't have to worry about remembering things, because who wants to...
And it lasts all through all of September, so you have to use it before October 1st starts, and you have to use it before checkout. So if you bought something last week, you're out of luck, but you can always buy more things.
You can buy more things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they recently added some plushies to the store. I'm sure there'll be more as we lead up to BlizzCon, so yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And also, just let's take a moment. Thank you so much to Blizzard for sending us this stuff to,
I know,
do a
so
overwhelmed. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
It was like Christmas in August. I just finished unpacking, and I'm like, oh my god, what are these boxes? Like, I thought I was done with boxes. And
I also thought
wow, these are Blizzard things.
Yeah, really, really exciting. So thank you so much to anyone at Blizzard who made that happen for us, because we really appreciate it. We're obviously
amazing, moving, and
huge fans of what you do. So moving on, the Grand Tournament in Hearthstone is live. Here's some of the cover art, and this of course is based on the World of Warcraft daily area from Wrath of the Lich King, and it's pretty fun. I spent the $50 and I bought the packs. You got 50 packs.
I did too.
$50.
I wanted the card back with the roses.
Yeah.
I liked opening them and seeing the little roses pop out. It was very pretty.
How many legendaries did you get out of your 50?
I
got
think
2.
Wow!
That's lucky. That's really lucky. I got 2. Nick?
I got one of the twin Valkyrs. I got Justicar Trueheart. I got both the Tauren Jouster, who I don't think is an actual lore character, and I'm blanking on the 4th
Both
one.
of mine were, I got a warrior one and a rogue one. So I wasn't, I know it sounds terrible, but I wasn't interested, because those aren't classes that I play. I normally play a hunter, a warlock. I play more of an aggressive face type deck, but that's okay. I was still excited. It's always exciting to open a legendary. I did get quite a few goldens, though. I got 8 or 9 goldens.
I got the golden of the one that they have, I think it was the Dalaran jouster that you see on all the artworks. I'm like, oh, I have the one that they were always animating and putting everywhere. He's very photogenic with the confetti and the roses.
Yeah. So it's very fun. There are 132 new collectible cards with the Grand Tournament, and there also are new mechanics, Inspire and Joust. Inspire it procs when you use your hero ability. What does Joust do? I forgot.
Joust is you sort of have to do this competition and draw different cards back and forth.
Oh yeah. It's where you both draw and whoever's card is higher. Yeah. Okay, I did know. I knew what that was. I just didn't know what it was called. Once again, it's based on the Argent tournament in World of Warcraft, which was a very, very popular daily area in World of Warcraft. You can get a bunch of mounts.
There's so much stuff to get
it's worth going back and doing stuff if you're, if you're bored in World of Warcraft. That's a good place to go, because there are just so many rewards. Because it's not like a lot of daily reps when you do them. You're going for the same mount in 6 different colors. Not the Grand Tournament. You're going for 12 completely different mounts. With the exception of a couple here or there that you can get sort of dupes in different colors. There's also a bunch of pets and toys and tabards and all sorts of stuff like that. And Wowhead has guides.
Yeah, I just wrote this guide for fun because I was like, hey, as I'm opening all these cards, I'm remembering raiding in Tier 9 and Trial of the Grand Crusader and how I got one of the Twin Val cards. I'm like, man, that fight was horrible. So I wrote up this guide to all the references, which are based on bosses and what their WoW ability was and how that translates into the Hearthstone ability. The guide won't really help you create a perfect deck, but it's just a fun nostalgia trip. And if you are coming from Hearthstone or you haven't played WoW, if you played WoW after Wrath of the Lich King and you're like, what is the Argent tournament? This sounds confusing. Hopefully this guide is just kind of fun and you can see how concepts translate between different genres of games.
Yeah, there also is a full guide on Wowhead too, if this sparks some feelings you need to actually go do the Argent tournament and earn the mounts and do this stuff. There's guides on Wowhead for that too. Moving on. Archimonde. Archimonde and LFR. The man.
I don't know about this.
The myth. I avoid LFR like the literal plague. I did a little bit of LFR when I was getting close to the end of my tomes for my legendary ring, but I am not a fan of LFR at all. And I heard Archimonde and LFR is actually still quite difficult.
Yeah, basically, so there was one problem on the day he came out where he was not spawning, and the people made jokes being like, oh, he knew not to show up because it would be a mess. And I hear lots of people like, oh, it was only 8 stacks, oh, I had 10, I had 9, and...
Of determination?
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing.
Oh my god!
And actually, it's not in the notes because I just saw this tweet, but I did see a tweet where they said that they would maybe be doing hot fixes to him in the future, but he is meant to be harder than the other LFR bosses.
Wow.
As he is the final boss. So we have a guide for him, and it explains all the abilities, and if you don't want to read about it all, just search for the ability that killed you, and there are pictures showing what the harmful ability looks like.
You just gotta ping pong, guys. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah.
Ping pong.
If you just sort of go in and you read a basic strategy guide and you're like, I don't know what I'm doing, the dungeon journal, and I still died, just check out the longer guide. Even if it's not totally your thing, you can just hop to the area that has tips for DPS, or just look at the screenshot that looks like the thing that killed you.
Yeah.
And hopefully it'll help you out. Like, I know Shadowfell Burst is giving people some trouble because you have to,
Yeah, you gotta run in. Like, someone gets shot up in the air, and then you gotta go catch them so they don't die. And then the more people that catch them, the less damage everybody takes. Yeah. But yeah, that's a show even on, in a full raid group with a competent group of raiders, it is still...
Yeah. But if you do manage to kill him, there are things that you get and things that you don't get on the difficulty. So if you do kill him, you get the all the loot is item level 685, and there are LFR tier chests. Yeah. And LFR tier has different bonuses than other tier. So they're not as fancy, but you can have your 2-piece or 4-piece bonus.
It doesn't stack though. The LFR tier does not stack with tier 18.
Yeah. There's the things you sadly cannot get are the Crystallized Fell, which is what you upgrade your legendary ring with once you already have it. You can't get the mythic mount, obviously, or the mythic title, and you can't get the special transmog gear, that's the helm on the shoulders and the belt on LFR.
Can you even get that on normal? I've not seen that drop. I don't know.
I think you can. I just think that the vanity items have a lower chance to drop than the otthe items. The Garrosh, Garrosh shoulders in Siege, people didn't really... You didn't see a lot of them, and all the users wanted them. Yeah,
true. I'm already over Archimonde. I'm not gonna lie, though, I think Archimonde is still easier than Blackhand. Blackhand was awful, and it was such a long fight. 12 minutes, 13 minutes, 14 minutes. If you happen to be doing Mythic, not Mythic Archimonde, but if you are in Mythic progression of Hellfire Citadel, there are some new Mythic guides. There are some new Mythic guides written by Method. I think there's also a couple new videos as well. I think the newest video is Gorefiend, right?
Yeah, Gorefiend is considered to be one of those blocker bosses, so you definitely want to check out their video and the written guide that goes along with that. And the most recent one is Iskar, so if you want to read up on what the Eye of Anzu does, and specifically mythic mechanics and a really detailed strategy guide that's more in-depth than their, usual kill videos, definitely check that out on Wowhead and check out their YouTube. And we are getting guides for all the mythic bosses, so, in a few weeks we will have... Mythic Archimonde.
Yeah, because everybody is just doing Mythic Archimonde. Whatever, no big deal.
Yeah, I think it's good that even if a lot of people, I'm sure it's useful to people doing Mythic, but even if you aren't, it's good to know that, the World First Guild is writing these guides, and they're posting it on Wowhead that always does this cool, spell data and coverage.
Oh, for sure. And
I think it's really inspiring, and maybe you'll want to try
Mythic. Yeah, even if we aren't doing Mythic right now, though, it's always fun to go back and do those fights, even if it's not until next expansion, or towards the end of the expansion after they get nerfed a little bit. My guild downed Mythic Garrosh, 2 weeks. 2 weeks before the end of the expansion, but it still felt good, man. You can't take it from me. So, I still think
I know a lot of people, they want to get the, they're going back and doing the High Mall Mythic for the title, as well as Blackhand Mythic, because that still drops the mount, even though it's easier with gear. So, those old Mythic guides are getting some traction.
Oh, for sure.
Are trying to read up on them.
For sure. Not to mention, it's still always cool to see how really good players and really good guilds do things. That's how you get better as a person, is you compare your logs to, the world best resto shaman logs. and then you cry.
I think it's also cool to see how they're giving back. You know, like they do all their kill videos really quickly, but it's cool how they're actually trying to teach others how to do the fights as well. So
for sure, especially in the World of Warcraft community, you hear of so many of those big top guilds being elitist and like thinking they're better than everybody else. And if you were an elitist and you did really think you were so much better than everybody else, like you wouldn't waste your time teaching the peons how to play. I mean, it's a nice thing to do just for the community feel of the game in general, that these awesome players are like, no, you guys can do this too. Like, this is how we did it. This is how you can do it. I'm into it. I am into it. And 6.2.2 transition 6.2.2 is right around the corner. I took a little screen cap of the blog about it. This, of course, is going to be the patch that brings Draenor flying, mercenary mode. It is tentatively set for September 1st, but in software development, all dates are tentative because such is the nature of software development, and that's okay. So the top note that you put on here, Perk, I'm so excited about. From when patch 6.2.2, it's like so many twos. When that patch goes live, bonus events, the holiday events, are going to run from Wednesday to Monday. So every day but Tuesday is a holiday.
Exactly. So Tuesday is like the go reset, run things for Mount's holiday.
It's like truly downtime Tuesday now. Like my videos. Exactly. Like it's funny because Blizzard has been pretty good about maintenance lately, so everybody always leaves these comments. It's like, there's no downtime today, LOL Panzer. But listen, it's downtime from the holidays, okay? So I'm really excited about this because it gives people more time to do stuff. And I know a lot of people, when they announce the holidays, were like, oh, but I don't have time to play on the weekends, or I work on the weekends, or, you know, this would be better for me to do on the weekdays. So it's nice that they're listening and they're giving people more of a chance to get those types of things done. And with the new currency, because they'll have the time walking badges. Is that what they're called?
Yeah, the time warp badges.
Time warp badges.
If the patch goes live on the 1st, immediately the day after, on the 2nd, we're going to get the Wrath of the Lich King time walking holiday. So the exciting news with the time warp badges is that since we first previewed them on the PTR, people thought the prices of the stuff was way too exorbitant, and it looks like they were. It was like you had to run something like thousands of times to get one of the items. And they've like slashed the cost of the items drastically. So, for example, one of the mounts, the Dragonhawk mount, used to be 50k, but it's now 5,000 in the data. And a lot of the badge items were several thousand, and they're now like 25 to 100. So that's pretty good, I think.
I'm really excited. I'm really excited. I don't have a picture of the mount this week, but I've showed it the last 2 weeks, and it's awesome. It reminds me of, what is the pony? It's not the Celestial Steed, but it's like similar. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's a trading card game mount. The Ghastly Charger. It's like it's like the Ghastly Charger, but like with non-spectral armor. That's a lot of what it looks like, and it's so cool, and I need it. There's also some little like cleanup changes happening in 6.2.2. The Safari Hat and the Shard of the Archstone will become toys. Also, there's going to be a new quest that's a weekly that will help you catch up on your legendary ring on either your alts, or if you've fallen behind on your main. You'll be able to get 5 Abrogator clusters for the High Mall section and 75 runes for the Blackrock Foundry section.
Yeah, and these quests are pretty funny because you need to collect the Pexus crystals, and you turn one into a High Mall Ogre and another one to a Blackrock Foundry Orc on strike. And the High Mall's like, oh, you know, this mage wants to collect the Pexus, so I'll collect exactly 3 times as many. And then the Blackrock Orc is saying, we're organizing a strike because it really sucks to work here, and the only guy who we can hire as security is this orc that really wants a Pexus crystal. So I guess we need the Pexus crystals to pay him. So it's just funny how they're like, please don't kill us. Like, you know, we'll just give you this stuff. Please don't kill us. One more quick circling back to the badges, though. We also found some quests that where you like get an item and you turn it in, you get 500 Time Warp badges. So that should really help as well, especially because some of the toys are just 500 badges total now.
Oh, so that's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. I can't wait for the new Halloween toys. That's not in our notes today. I just keep thinking about like the coin of 1,000 faces. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, the coin of many faces.
The coin of many faces. It's gonna be amazing. It's got a 1-day cooldown. Do you think you stay that thing for a whole day, or like 4 hours, or like what do you turn into? How is it determined?
They probably are purposely making it vague in the data, so we can't just say, "Oh, you become one of these 10 models." The end.
Know.
Surprise deflated.
I know. I'm like really, really excited. I don't think I've ever anticipated. And you know what sucks is BlizzCon is that week, so we're gonna be so busy. And Perk's gonna be like, Danielle, do your work, and I'm gonna be like, I can't. I'm farming things for this toy. It's work. It's work.
Yeah. I mean, we don't really have anything about holidays in the notes, but I guess we could point out that they finally added information on holidays to the patch notes, so it's official that there's changes. It's not, there was this data mine thing and maybe it will make its way in. Like, I mean, there could be changes, but we know that, like, there is going to be a holiday update for Hallows End and Winter's Veil. And it will include garrison decorations.
Yes.
Which apparently can work year-round. So it can always be Halloween in your garrison.
Oh my god, it's always going to be Halloween in my garrison. I wonder if you can mix and match so you can have like a Christmas tree and jack-o'-lanterns. Because that is my aesthetic, let me tell you what. Anyways, back to 6.2.2. Sorry that I got off track there for a second. I'm like a 5-year-old who had too much sugar. There's also a new pet battle weekly quest coming in the new patch where you have to defeat 5 tamers and you will earn yourself... Oh, I definitely...
It's 10 flawless training stones.
I must have been typing and it says Flaw Hulu in the notes. I don't even know. The shock on my face when I saw that, I was like, what is a Flaw Hulu?
It sounds like a flamingo is coming.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like an animal in WoW. Like they do like zebra, a Flaw Hulu. Blizz, make it a thing. Anyways, the PTR notes were also updated, not only with the holiday stuff, but also indicating those flying only areas that Perk has been finding since way back in the day.
Yeah, just to review them quickly, there's an area in High Mall where if you fly to the non-instance version of High Mall, there are these ogres now, and you can kill the rarest for garrison resources and these little mana fiend pets, like the Dalaran or Khadgar servant that follows you around. There's an area in Uninstance Hellfire Citadel where the Chief Mudlump from the Netherwing quest grind with the Booterang is back, and he drops a spike-toed Booterang that dismounts people, so if you are into PvP or pranking people, or you just have nostalgia and you want your Booterang, you should go kill him there. And then in Eastern Tanan Jungle, you could, sort of like the eastern area was the level 90 area that you couldn't access again, but now you can just fly through that dark portal area, and apparently the orcs that are there drop these Tonk toys, and if you collect the Tonk toys and the ones that are unique to Wintervale as the 2015 gift, you get a special achievement called the Iron Armada achievement. And the Tonks are super cute. They have little Iron Horde symbols on them, and they fight with each other. So yeah, those are the 3 areas, and I think it's pretty nice how, you know, there's a little something if you really have flying. It encourages you to actually go out in the world. So if you've never done archaeology or battle pets before, you'll be like, oh, I flew to this area and I just looted a cool battle pet. I guess I'll get into it. Or, oh, look, I looted a toy. Let me learn more about this thing I didn't do before because I was sitting in my garrison.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna do the great Saruk, is that his name? The flaming bird guy in Spires of Iraq.
Oh, no, Rookmar.
Rookmar.
Saruk is the little pet elemental thingy.
I was close. Rookmar. I'm probably going to do him more often. I've only done him a few times, but I think now with flying, people would be more apt to run back and go do him to try to get his mount, because not only is there the incentive of getting the mount, but the mount flies, and it's easier to get there since you could fly. So, like, you could fly there, get lucky, get the mount, fly away on the mount.
Yeah, this actually transitions into our next part of the notes, which was stuff that you can do to prepare for 6.2.2. And I was about to say that flying mounts are very cool in the patch because there's a new achievement for 300 mounts, and the award you get is the Heavenly Azure Cloud Serpent, which it looks pretty silly on the ground, but it's an awesome flying mount.
Yeah.
So if you're looking up stuff to do before the patch hits, you know, try to collect mounts so you can get the 300 mount reward. If you get 200 toys, there's a special title as well. And you can use Wowhead's Profiler for all of this to enter in your character and see exactly what you've collected and what you still need to get and what seems the easiest to get if you want to increase your total and look fancy in WoW. Yeah.
I mean, I like to look fancy in real life with my scarf.
We also forgot the obvious thing, which you can do for 6.2.2. I know a lot of you watching probably already have this, but honestly, there are so many people still working on this, is you need to work on your Draenor Pathfinder achievement because that's how you get to fly in Draenor. It's not automatic.
It's not automatic and you don't pay for it. You have to earn it. You have to do some quests. You have to do some exploring. You have to do some Pexis dailies. You have to do all sorts of stuff, but it doesn't take too long. Even if you haven't gotten it yet, you could probably get it about a week and a half after it launches. If it launches on September 1st, if you literally have not started it. But if you did quest 90 to 100, you'll have a significant amount of the achievements done already just from exploration and your lore master type stuff. Treasures are really easy to get. And if you have a bunch of gold and you aren't in a big, if you're not interested in going out and doing that stuff, there is always the option to go on the auction house and buy medallions of the Legion. You can get all your reps that way. So, yeah.
Yeah, we have a few tools to help you out with it. If you go to wowhead.com/flying and you enter in your character, it will tell you exactly what you still have to do. Like you're 90% through this or like 20% through this. So that's super cool. And we also have a written guide that if you're not exactly sure what the flying tool is talking about, you can just read that and it explains it.
Yeah.
And we have a super cool video.
Yeah, that's where I was going to. We also made a video, Perk and I did, and it was a lot of work, but I think it came out really nicely, and Blizzard was kind enough to feature it in the launcher as well as in the flying blog. So if you want to like TLDR the whole situation, I think the video is only like 6 minutes long, and it goes over all of the necessary steps to get Draenor Pathfinder, and it's quick and easy and painless. So check it out. This is, we didn't talk about mercenary mode, but this is also the patch that adds mercenary mode too, which is where if you are Alliance, you can disguise yourself as Horde to queue up for unrated BGs and Ashran so that you can skip long wait times or vice versa.
Yeah, so I mean, if you want to get your Ashran achievements done, if you want to grind reputation for the mounts they have and the other things, or like the cool title or the tabards, you should, definitely check out Mercenary Mode. Or if you are scared of Ashran and you want to do Battlegrounds, it works as well. The buff, I believe, lasts for 30 minutes, and it's really fun because when you talk to the NPCs to queue up, they're based on actual Blizzard, headhunter employees, so they're trying to recruit you to the cause, which I think that is super cute. Also, we talk a lot about things that you can do if you already have everything, like, if you're so close to 300 mounts, you can use this tool to help you out, but if you are returning after a long break, we also have a bunch of class guides that various bloggers and theory crafters in the community maintain for every spec, and we also have guides for boosted 90s and fresh 100s, which, we'll link in the post, and we'll know our big 6.2.2 survival guide soon. So if you're like, man, I only have 3 mounts, like, here's a guide to where you should go if you're,
go buy your racial mounts first and foremost. Also, if you did just hit 100 and maybe you're coming back or you took a break right after the expansion launched, Perk and I did do a video a while back on the Tanan Jungle, which is a great place to get gear. So if you're interested in that, that's also on the Wowhead YouTube channel. Also, shout out to Zarim. He's in the channel, and he just told us that our video is going back up in the launcher tomorrow. So that's very exciting. We had no idea. We just found this out with you guys. If anybody has any questions that they would like to ask us, now is a good time to do it. We will kill some time in the meantime. I know there's about a 30-second delay. Once again, we do want to thank Blizzard for the merchandise and remind you guys that we do have this really cool discount code, 10% off just about anything in the Blizzard gear shop, including all the new stuff that we saw today. I saw Perk grab her scarf.
Yeah, I was going to say that if you joined the show towards the end and you missed us talking about merchandise, we'd be happy to show some of the merchandise again, or if we have a lot of gear shop stuff in general, so if you're not sure if you want to buy something and you want to know if we have and what we think of it, we can answer those questions too. Like, I have a lot of plushies in the background, so I can tell you which plushies I like. Or,
I like all of them.
Show off the
I really want the new stitches that comes with the bikini stitches. I actually got a question that I get asked a lot, and I'm going to answer it. It says, are you offended that the unique mounts are in the store? Doesn't bother me at all. And I don't think that all the unique mounts are in the store. I think that's kind of a weird way to word that question, because there's like 7 bajillion mounts in the game and there's only like 6 or 7 in the store. So it doesn't really bother me a lot, and especially since it's optional, it's not a pay to win mechanic. It's, if you're a big fan of the game and you want to throw some extra support at Blizzard, or if you really like a mount, I think it's also really fun for the aspect of like gifting. Like, me and Perk are friends. For Perk's birthday, maybe I'll get her a mount. Don't tell her.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can actually, they're not required to complete any achievements. You can totally get your 300 mounts without the shop mounts. It's just, it's just a nice option to have. And
yeah, you also have to keep in mind too that there's a lot of people who do not have time to play the game the way they once did, and they want to have something special and unique and fun too. So, I mean, I think it's nice that there are options for people who can't necessarily down mythic. Well, I can't down mythic anything really, but you know what I mean? It's nice that there are options, and if you look at it that way, it's kind of nice that they are unique from the game mounts, because it's distinctive as like, this was a money mount and this was an earned mount.
Yeah, it's not like, I killed this boss and this mythic mount looks like a reskin of the shop mount. It's like,
that,
no, your mythic mount feels
that
special.
would be a little bit upsetting if there were these achievement hard to get mounts and then there was like a recolor available in the shop. I actually kind of like that there's that very distinctive difference. Although I wouldn't mind if they reused the moose model. I would get all of them.
I know. I love how the moose mount can fly. I don't know if we realized that last week.
Yeah, you were excited about it
flying
last week
animations.
too.
Yeah.
He looks like he's swimming in the air.
Yeah.
He's so cute. Yeah, the moose is amazing. The moose is amazing. With the 100 boost coming, will it max my professions on a stick? Okay, so if you boost a level 60 to 100, will it max your professions? I would guess yes. Not max, but it would do it to that expansion.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen this yet. The character purchase boosting is not enabled on the PTR right now, so we don't 100% know what is going on with that, but I mean, it would make sense.
Yeah, it would be
work
logical.
That way. But on the other hand, they were talking about wanting to change things up with professions, so maybe their design philosophy will have changed.
I would think that they would still
though.
boost them to like level 100.
Yeah.
Whatever, is that 750 now? I don't even freaking know. Somebody, this is a great comment that I just really want to like comment on. Someone said WoW needs a pug mount. Christo's ego cannot handle WoW having a pug mount.
Yeah, there's a new Winter Veil pug disguise. Like, he has so many disguises. I think it'd be weird if there was a mount, because you can't disguise the pug.
We are one pug away from World of Pugcraft. One pug.
Yeah.
I also saw a question that said, what are your thoughts on Will Wheaton hosting BlizzCon? You go first, Perk.
I think that's pretty cool. He's going to be doing things like hosting like the costume contest and the talent shows. So yeah, I'm just like, oh, awesome. Like, someone new, and everyone is always teasing, oh, will he wear his, iconic costumes or whatnot. So the joke isn't old yet. Yeah, but yeah.
I think he's a great choice, to be honest, for something like that. And I think that, like, I feel like WoW has been doing a lot more, particularly with the announcement of Legion, of really trying to regain that community feel with, class housing and a main city that's, like, multi-faction. And, like, I think Will Wheaton is kind of the embodiment of, like, a good nerd community member. I mean, I don't personally associate him with World of Warcraft, but that's okay. It doesn't need to be like that. And I think that when you have someone whose, like, motto in life is, excuse my language, but, like, don't be a dick, maybe that's who we need. You know what I mean? To be, like, the forerunner of this.
Yeah, and it also, when you think of things like the Warcraft movie, you had fans of the movie, but you also had people that were just, good role models and people that have involved in the film that are there. You have all this merchandise that isn't specifically, gamer merchandise. You've got, like, awesome scarves. Like, I think they're trying to branch out and sort of be this, like, sort of very large community that's serving as, like, an entertainment brand versus, BlizzCon is where you go to have people that just want the tactical specific. It's like, oh, this is like a celebration of our awesome nerdiness all together.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. I love that. Or as Chris Metzen would say, celebration of geek.
Yeah.
Celebration.
And don't worry, I'm
of
sure
geek.
we'll still get the specifics of talents and all those things. But I like how they're positioning themselves as, BlizzCon is not where you go to only get the World of Warcraft news. It's this cool celebration.
I know that there's been some pretty raw commentary in the past from some of the BlizzCon hosts, particularly during like the costume contest, where the host borderline made fun of the cosplayers, which I have a huge problem with. I don't care if their costume is looking like it's about to fall apart. Like, cosplay is hard work,
I agree with
and
you
there's
on
a
that.
lot of like yourself that goes into that, and I don't think it's very polite. Like, when that kid broke his leg, like, there were jokes made at the time when it happened. Afterwards, once he's okay, fine.
Yeah, I
But,
agree
you know,
with
when
that.
there's, like, an actual, like, kind of a situation, like, I think that somebody like Will Wheaton will handle that with a lot of, like, class and tact and really make people feel great and get the audience to make people feel great about them, too. So I think it's like it's really great, guys.
I'm looking forward because Friday night's always a little bit of a break where I can just relax and there's no news going on.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to relaxing and watching him host.
Yeah, I'm really, really excited. I'm trying to read some of the questions and like people are so ridiculous. The Moose Mount does have a dance model. That is true. That is true. All right, I've given up. I've given up on reading through all of these comments. You're all ridiculous. Thank you for all the pink hair comments. I appreciate it. I've noticed you. Perk and I are going to go. We host Wowhead Weekly every Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 3 p.m. Pacific Time right here. Twitch.tv/Wowhead, and we will do that in the future, so that I hope that you guys will join us. If you ever miss a Wowhead Weekly, we upload it the next day on youtube.com/Wowhead. It'll also be on Wowhead itself, wowhead.com. We appreciate everybody who subscribes to our Twitch channel. We have a couple of emotes that you guys can use, and it really helps out the show. If you're a big fan of Wowhead, you can also subscribe to Wowhead Premium, which takes all of the ads off of your Wowhead and also gives you some special perks like notifications. Like if there's a specific quest that you need, you can track it and it'll pop up a notification. It'll give you a special color when you type, and it's really helpful. So thank you so much to everybody who does that. If you want to support the show and you don't want to pay any money, you can always click that follow button or that subscribe button on YouTube so that you're notified when we go live or when we post videos. And thank you so much to all 330 of you who are watching this live. It's been really exciting watching this grow over... I mean, when I first started this show, it wasn't very consistent with how often it was live, and we've been very diligent about, you know, always trying to do it at the same time.
Graphics and something cool to share each week,
and we've been really trying to put more into this, so it's been so exciting for us seeing this just grow and grow and grow. So thank you so much to everybody, and we hope you have a wonderful weekend. We will see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel, and also check out our Twitters and the Wowhead Twitter after this broadcast. If you want that coupon code, we'll be tweeting it out. And yeah, have a great weekend, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.